各位早晨。
Good morning. The Chief Executive will first say a few words and then he'll take questions from the floor. When you ask questions, please limit yourself to 2 questions each. I'll now hand over to the Chief Executive. Good morning. Last week, I led the Hong Kong SAR delegation to visit the Middle East. I visited Saudi Arabia and United Arab Emirates. The trip lasted 6 days. It's a journey to promote friendship. It's also a journey to promote the advantages of Hong Kong, and also it's a journey to create business opportunities. We're glad that in the short 6 days we have achieved 15. We have made 15 achievements. First of all, the Saudi Arabian government has agreed to start an initial negotiation on the promotion and on signing and the promotion and protection of investment agreement, and also we have signed some 13 memorandums of understandings or letters of intent covering financial services, innovation, technology, commercial services, energy and transport. This Middle East trip has achieved much and is much welcomed by the different sectors in Hong Kong. From media reports, you can see that, for example, the representative of architects believe that this trip was useful for architectural service firms to expand their business to the Middle East. And there are some in the tourism and business sectors believe that the trip is useful in bringing business groups to Hong Kong, business travelers to Hong Kong. And some in the Middle East have indicated great interest in the Greater Bay Area, and they would definitely come and invest in Hong Kong. We've also invited the investment funds of the 2 countries and representatives of the business sectors to come and visit Hong Kong. We have also promoted our financial markets, trade centers, and also professional services. We've also promoted the opportunities available in the Greater Bay Area. This is for us to leverage on our advantage as a connector between the mainland and the world. We have fully resumed normal travel with the mainland. We're also fully open to the world, so we must focus on economic development. The SAR government will continue to do our best in telling good stories about Hong Kong on the mainland and around the world. This is to create more opportunities and possibilities for Hong Kong. We will make the most of the advantage of full resumption of normal travel. There will be close communication liaison with different authorities. For example, yesterday I met with the mayor of Guangzhou municipal government, the mayor of Mr. Guo Yonghang, who visited yesterday, and we had exchanges on youth affairs, education, innovation and technology, and possibilities of collaboration on all these fronts. Now, Hong Kong is one of the cities in the Greater Bay Area. I'll be visiting Guangdong leaders and also other leaders in cities of the Greater Bay Area and of Macau. So together we could work together to promote quality development for the Jibei. Today is Valentine's Day. I wish all lovers will enjoy a good day, a sweet day together. As we celebrate love, we also see that there is love in the world, but of course there are natural disasters that will cost lives. Now, that's the 7.8 level earthquake in Tokyo, leading to many casualties and fatalities. I'm grateful to the rescue and search and rescue team of the Hong Kong SAR for working hard to help with the search and rescue effort. 59 members of the team braved the cold weather and the threats of more tremors, and then they helped to save lives. So far, we have helped to save 4 persons, and we are much encouraged by that. And I have great admiration for the hard work of the search and rescue team. As the Chief Executive is also a former Secretary for Security, I am very proud of our search and rescue team. Hong Kong citizens are also proud of the team. Together, we will give our full support to the search and rescue team. We will rally them on, and we hope all will work well for them, and we must also ask them to stay safe. The SAO government has put together relief items costing about $30 million for the disaster zones, such as blankets, medical equipment, medication, other equipment, and tents, and so on. Now, once the Turkish government has laid out the transportation arrangement, these items will be sent to the disaster zones. Hong Kong people have also donated various items such as clothing, blankets, heaters, tents, torches, and so on. It's altogether 100 tons of items, and these donated items were transported to Turkey last night. That's Monday. The SL government has also liaised with NGOs, asking them to join in this effort. The disaster relief fund of the government is also standing ready to approve any applications. Thank you. Now the floor is open to questions. Please use the microphone we give you when you are asked to put questions, and please identify the organization you represent, and please limit yourselves to 2 questions. Over there, the one in white, please. Good morning. I'm from cable TV. Now, you said before that you would want to complete legislative exercise for Article 23 by the end of this year. But then Lo Man Tun said in an article that it's not the right time to do so. And, because we need to first focus on post-pandemic recovery and so on. And then a court ruling recently said that there is no need to complete the entire transgender operation for someone to change his or her gender on the identity document. So would you consider amending the law so as long as someone has produced a declaration that you will consider allowing the change of gender on identity document? On legislating for Article 23, I have not changed my position. The SAL government has the duty to legislate for Article 23 as soon as possible. Now, we have to consider national security risks, but they are forever changing. And then there is also complex international relations. National security risks could still be in Hong Kong. That's why we need to first consolidate our various mechanisms in safeguarding national security. So we have not changed our goal for legislating for Article 23. That is, we hope to complete exercise within this year as far as possible. If not, then next year. Now, of course, as to when we will put forward the amendment, the bill, we will have to have regard to the actual situation. We'll do so at the right time. Now, as for court rulings, of course, the SL government must act in accordance with the rulings of the Court of Final Appeal, and the Security Bureau will follow up accordingly.
The lady at the front.
South China Morning Post. Given that the 5-day notice rule for U.S. diplomats to meet officials and public educational institute representatives was eased last November, have you or your administration met U.S. Consul General Mr. Gregory Mayotte? And how do you see the easing of this restriction affecting Hong Kong's ties with the U.S. amid Sino-U.S. tensions? Second question, was yesterday's drop of property stocks to the lowest level in 6 weeks a sign of drop in investor confidence in the city from the inclusion of national security law provisions in recent land sales documents? Why hasn't the government launched a consultation for these clauses, and what issues is the government tackling with this measure? And finally, which areas would the government tackle in its upcoming budget? Would the government disperse another round of consumption vouchers, and would the Chief Executive please tell us when the mask mandate would be eased?
I think you've asked like over 4 or 5 questions. But let's let the Chief Executive answer.
Okay, any activities by consulate staff has to be done in accordance with the Vienna Convention on Consular Relations. In regard to our communication and dealings with different consular staffs, we of course will be in support of many activities, particularly people-to-people business promotion, enhancing mutual understanding, and anything that will bring exchange of people, culture, and other communications together. We will, of course, be in support of all these. Hong Kong government officials, of course, will also be in contact with different people, including officials from different consulates, so as to enhance exchanges. We'll do our work in accordance with the Vienna Convention, but of course, we will welcome any exchange that will promote people-to-people exchange, cultural ties, and of course, in helping promoting Hong Kong. In regarding to fluctuation in the stock market's performance, and also in relation to different responses to land sales, of course, different factors are taken by, for example, investors or people who may be interested in considering bidding for lands. Obviously, they will be looking at a host of factors. And market sentiment, the international development, and the whole economy of the world, and the whole economic situation of Hong Kong will be taken into consideration by investors and people who may be interested in bidding lands. Well, first of all, the introduction of national security factors in our sale of lands is an obvious thing that is in accordance with our responsibility in protecting national security. Note that representatives from the property sectors have indicated that they are in support of discharging that responsibility. Such a provision has been in place for quite a while, and there have been land sales since its introduction. So this factor is a natural factor that I think has no relevance at all to any decision by any businesses who are interested in bidding for sales of land, who will basically consider it from their business angle. And I must emphasize that protecting national security is the responsibility of the whole region, the whole Hong Kong special administrative region. And everybody should have such a responsibility. The third question about budget, and the Financial Secretary, of course, is consulting people from different sectors on the budget proposal. And so all these factors will be, any views and opinions will be taken by him, and I'm sure that he will be making his announcement very soon after considering all these views and opinions. The fourth question you raised, can you say it again? Because
it's about the mask mandate.
Okay. I have said it many times that after the Windsor surge, then I will be seriously considering what to do about the masking requirement, and I will be listening to the opinions of the medical experts and consultants, and also the views of the Secretary for Health. Of course, I will be actively considering this possibility after consulting the advice and opinions of the relevant people.
時間關係呢，我哋答今日最後一位提問嘅右手邊前排白。
We'll take the last question, the lady at the front. I'm from Dim Sum News. There are reports that it's hard to make reservations for traveling to the mainland, that is private car drivers, and there are no vehicle inspection arrangements. If they drive their cars to Hong Kong, they have to get the vehicles towed right away. Is Hong Kong government aware of this to help these private car drivers? Also, are there news about LegCo by-election? There are news that, or rumors that more LegCo members will quit. Is that true? For private cars traveling to the mainland, there are quota systems or arrangements. The arrangement has been implemented smoothly. We want to try our best to liaise with the relevant units or departments to ensure a smoother implementation of arrangements. We'll continue to explore this issue with the mainland authorities to see how we can address the small issues. For the quota system for private cars traveling to the mainland, we are communicating with the mainland authorities. Hopefully, we can reach a consensus or proposal. And this is in line with the targets of the Hong Kong and the mainland governments. And we are currently liaising with the relevant authorities on the details. I've not heard rumors about LegCo members resigning or leaving their current positions. I hope you can clarify so that members of the general public can have a better idea of what you said. If there are members who quit, we will tackle the issue in accordance with the current law. That's all for the press briefing today. Thank you.